All right, everybody, welcome back. And we are here with the, this is Books Now from At Me Bro Show. I guess I say that every video, even though I just streamed a second ago. All right, so here we have Darius Miles, who again is dirt cheap. He's a pink diamond. He's going for under 30K. I picked him up for about 25, I think, just now. Again, you can make that in an hour of TTO, even faster if you get lucky on your drops. So this is a card you can pick up almost immediately. And first thing I want to do is actually compare him to Jeff Green. So what we're going to do, because I love that Jeff Green card. I think he's super amazing. Guys, I need you to talk me out of putting a diamond contract on this Jeff Green because he's just so good. I really want to do it. All right, so let's compare players here. So Darius Miles on the right, Jeff Green on the left. So they're both 6'9". Jeff Green's coming in heavier at 235, but we don't really care about that. Let's go ahead and flip these cards and look at these. So we're not going to look at the badges head to head. We're just going to look at the ratings. We can look at the badges in a more organized format later on, but long story short, they break almost even across the board. Now, Jeff Green is a better post-up player statistically, but the post hook isn't the most important of ratings. That post fade on Jeff Green is a lot better. So Jeff Green is actually an elite post-up character, whereas Darius Miles is not. Now, I don't know how much you're going to post up with the 6'9" card. I guess that's more of a TTO thing. Depends on what the other person is running. They both can play the small forward, so if somebody tries to go small with a Jordan or an RJ Barrett or something like that, the post hooks will become a minor factor at that point. But I don't think that's ever going to be your offense. Now, from a dunking standpoint, Miles comes out just ahead, but let me tell you guys something right now. Jeff Green is an elite dunker. Like, he's elite. Like, I don't care what that rating says. Jeff Green is a phenomenal dunker. So we could throw that, we can almost throw that out of the window. Jeff Green is one of the better dunkers in the whole game. We'll see if Darius Miles is. That all depends on dunk. And here's one of those situations where this is why I do deep breakdowns on dunks and stuff, because those ratings are high for both characters, right? It's not like the difference between an 80 and a 98 standing dunk is really going to do much for you. I think when it comes to standing dunks, wingspan and dunk package and like whatever secret sauce 2K has going on under the hood is more important than that 18 ratings points. But they're both elite on paper as far as dunkers. Ball handle, they're both over 86. Jeff Green a little bit higher. So we're going to look for that handles for days for Darius Miles. We're going to be looking for that. The perimeter defense, they're both excellent. Jeff Green just a little bit ahead. Interior defense, Jeff Green is 4 points ahead, not the biggest deal. Rebounding, Jeff Green's a little bit better. But again, Miles is not bad by any stretch, especially at the 3, which is where he would be playing most of the time. I wouldn't play him at the 4, to be honest with you. I think the days of like the 6'9" power forward are pretty much coming to an end. Like with Bol Bol and Blake Griffin and the ability to throw Shaq in, the 4, people can force you off of that card, I think. Especially in a tight game where you like, I just can't give up that post up to this character. I do think most of the 6'9s are best at the 3, but that's just my opinion. All right, so let's go ahead and get him into this team. So on paper, he compares very, very close to Jeff Green. Now let's see how they look in freestyle head-to-head. Now obviously I'm going to go through Miles and stuff, but the key for me is this card as good as or better than Jeff Green? Hey, Spirituality 1, Project Elevate, what's up, homie? I had to go, Jordan. Let's see here. So let's see what this Darius Miles is talking about. All right, so this is the character model. Very good size character model at 6'9". I don't know if I would call him a 6'10", but I don't know. His arms do look pretty long though. And that makes a major difference. Like wingspan, I want to start emphasizing the importance of wingspan on this channel. All right, so let's see here. Let's look at these badges. So the most important one is handles for days. Okay, he has Hall of Fame handles for days. That's huge. Because when you have an 86 ball control, if you don't have handles for days, you basically get one good dribble before your character gets tired. And what happens is if you do a series of moves and then you go to do a peekaboo, once your stamina gets depleted, you can't do the peekaboo anymore. So a card like Darius Miles, handles for days is the difference between you really being able to create and still do a peekaboo and you not being able to, especially with an 86 ball control. Jeff Green has an 88 ball control, so it's not quite as crucial because he gets an extra dribble. That's an entire extra move. All right? So they have him instead. He has Hall of Fame quick first step, which is excellent. He's got floor general. Let's see, timer. Did I miss timer? He does not have dimer. It's not a major factor, but just worth noting that he doesn't have it. All right, he does have moving truck, pogo stick, Hall of Fame, intimidator, Hall of Fame, clamps, Hall of Fame, chase down, Hall of Fame. Card should be excellent defensively. Quick draw. All right, looking good. And range extender, gold range extender. All right, and then he's got all the finishing badges. All right, let's look at these animations. Oh, he's got a quick jumper. Oh, that is a quick jumper. That is a very quick jumper. Okay, what does that look like off the peak? Oh man, that is a quick jump shot. Whoa, that is a very fast jumper. If he has good dribbling sticks, this definitely it's a steal. I don't know why this card is so cheap. I don't know why this card is so cheap. All right, so let's see the moving shot. That's weird. Let's look at those high zones. High zone's not great either. That appears to be the way they nerf the character, and he also appears not to have a great size up. Let me tell you something. That is a really quick, peekaboo 469 card. Like literally, you don't need much of anything else. If you're this tall and you have a peekaboo that good, honestly, that's all you need in the whole wide world. I mean, I think honestly that's the juice of T-Mac. Because T-Mac just has such a good shot and he's so tall that like Walter Davis, it just makes him good. Because actually, not a big fan of T-Mac 6. Oh my God, he has a good between the legs and a good behind the back. Wow, this card might be crazy. What is happening right now? Why is this card less than 30K? That I don't understand what's going on with the market. It must be the Giannis and the MJ, like, you know, depleting, because that between the legs is pretty solid. That's pretty solid. It speeds him up. Yeah, that's fantastic. Are you kidding me? This card can do that? What? That is sick. Look at this crossover. Let's check this crossover behind the back. This card is nuts. What? Yo. I don't know what's up with the community right now. Why this card is so cheap. This card should be at least 50K. And he has a Pro 3 Hezi? Are you kidding me right now? Yo. What about his step back? Struck out on the step back. That's okay. Yeah, he has the KD step back, which you guys might know is good if you're speed boosting and then you step back immediately. It gives you a little kind of hippity hop thing, but it's not great. Yeah, it's pretty buns. It's not the best. But he basically struck gold. Oh my God, look at that dunk animation. We're gonna check the dunk animations in a second. Let's just check his half court dribbles here. Oh my God, that between the legs is so good. Honestly, just him having the Pro 3 Hezi, the between the legs and that fast peekaboo, this card is fantastic. This card is fantastic. What are you kidding me right now? At 6'9" with a good wingspan? Oh man. I mean, I know people aren't even playing this card enough to like make good decisions about whether or not they should be using him, but woof. This card, look at his okay, we're gonna check his dunk animations right now. Because every time I press the swear button, he loses his mind. Alright, so let's check the dunk radius. He looks like he has the maximum dunk radius, guys. If you don't know what I mean by dunk radius, check out my dunking video on Operation Sports. I will be making a follow-up to that video at some point soon. Okay, he might not have the maximum. It might be at the top of the key. Let me see. It's closer to the maximum. It's not a harsh top of the key. Some cards, when their dunk packages are at the top of the key, oh yeah. He has the near maximum. Hito Turkoglu has the farthest that I've seen. Hito can do it with his feet still touching the 3-point line. This card, I would say your feet need to be past the 3-point line, but they don't need to be at the top of the key line. So as long as both feet are past the 3-point line, this card will dunk, and he will give you a fantastic dunk apparently. Whereas Hito starts dunking or doing a layup as his feet are still like touching the 3-point line. It's really crazy. I really am curious why Hito's so out of control with that. Like it's like literally the best I've seen. I've tested a bunch of cards. I haven't seen anything that good yet. You see sometimes Darius pulls up, Hito never pulls up. If you're holding turbo and you're going to the basket, Hito will try to get a layup or a dunk from the 3-point line. It's really, really crazy. I don't know if it's I doubt it's height. I mean, I would have to imagine it's dunk package. But yeah, so anyway, this Darius Miles card is an elite dunker by any definition. I haven't even found a bad dunk yet. Like, it's hard for me. Okay, so that one had a little gather on it, nothing crazy. And he has the behind the back teleport. Are you kidding me? Guys, this card is fantastic. This card is one of the biggest steals in the game at less than 30K. I picked him up at 25K. And I wasn't even sniping. It was just, I just did it just now after I did the Reggie Theus video I just did. So yeah, this card is nuts. This card is a fantastic budget option. My God, if you just started this game today, I would definitely say this card, like Joe Smith and that Diamond Russell Westbrook, and you can go to TTO and literally win all day. Now, if you just started, you might not be skilled enough to win all day. I'm just saying, like, those cards, those 3 cards, you can stand up to anything anybody's throwing at you. Oh, my Lord. And Dino Rogers is fairly cheap now, too. My goodness. This dude is wild. He is bona fide. This card is sick. Well, I don't know why this card is so cheap. A little peak action? Yeah. Wow. I don't know if I'm selling Jeff Green yet, because I still love Jeff Green, but all right, let's look at Jeff Green. So, well, actually, let me lock these 6 down real quick. So that's his size up. Nothing special about his standing size up. He looks like he has the forward dribble package where they've got that long crossover deal. It reminds me of Kevin Durant, to be honest with you. Is this the Kevin Durant package? I think this might be the Kevin Durant. I'm not sure. You got this kind of rock you to sleep style dribble, which I actually like, because you can really, like, especially a character this tall, you can really boogie on people. I think you might just have Kevin Durant's SIGs like almost entirely as a ball handler, with the exception of his signature size up. So, I mean, yeah, man, this card is really, woof. Oh my God, this card's really great. I don't know why this card's so cheap. I'm kind of giddy right now. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this card is he has a rotten step back, just like Kevin Durant. To be honest with you, that was probably the reason I sold Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant had an elite step back, he'd still be in the collection. But he was going for like 600K almost, and I'm like, look, there's a bajillion small forward, power forwards. I'll pick them up later when his price drops, because it definitely will at some point. But I don't sell cards that I really, really love. I think Durant's lack of elite step back, kind of. Like, the fact that he had this right here, I just hate that so much. All right. That having been said, on a 30K card is an entirely different story. If I'm paying you, 400 or 500K to be on my team. Okay, so first things first, I don't know if this is hair, but Jeff Green definitely looks bigger. All right, so, and Jeff Green has a little bit better of a step back. You see it combos. I mean, actually, let me rephrase that. Jeff Green has a much better step back. It combos phenomenally out of his snatchback, which is just out of this world. So you see there, he has an elite dunk package as well, and I completely missed my peak. Let's try it again. And did not peekaboo again. Like that's hard to do. Just down on the stick. And we see Jeff Green also has an elite peekaboo. So I will say this: Jeff Green, for some reason, is he's less than 100K, even though he plays as well as any small forward in the game. I think this card is as good as any not Giannis small forward in the game. If you're not named Giannis, I will have a conversation with you about Jeff Green, being able to compete head to head at the very highest level of this game. I think Jeff Green is what we call in the fighting games, a tournament viable character, right? So that having been said, he is less than 100K. I don't know what he's going for right now, but I believe I picked him up for 50 or 60. And Darius Miles is 30. So these cards are close. I would say I would go with Jeff Green, because Jeff Green has slightly better animations. So Jeff Green, I do think, is better than Darius Miles. That having been said, the distance is fairly close. And if you're on an extreme budget, I would say you're not missing much by getting Darius Miles, because he has an elite peekaboo at his size. He has generally great SIGs, and really only one SIG that sucks, which is his step back. Jeff Green I don't think he has a single bad animation in his entire repertoire. Like, seriously. I'm just kind of going around with it. I've already done a review of this card. Other people have done reviews of this card. Everybody agrees this card is fantastic. I think he compares very favorably to the elites. And honestly, I think if he had a Galaxy Opal border, I think people would think that he's better than some of the Galaxy Opal cards out there. I just think he's that great. That having been said, Darius Miles, I would say, is a shade behind that, particularly because I don't expect Darius Miles to shoot quite as well. What's Jeff Green? He only has gold range extender too, but man, does he have an easy shot to make. Like, he has a really, really easy shot, and it's super quick. So I would say the only difference between these two cards and the other guys is that gold to Hall of Fame range extender, which, because their shooting ratings are so high. What's Jeff Green's shooting rating with a coach? It's a 94 with a coach, no shoe, right? So obviously with a shoe, you can get that to a 97, and with floor general, it cracks over a 99. So Jeff Green can have an over 99 three-point shot. I mean, frankly, with floor general, it's a 98, right? So at a 98 three-point shot in gold range extender range, you're still going to be able to hit from the hash very, very consistently, like very, very consistently. You should be able to make that shot on a very consistent basis once you have his release down. And when you're peaking around the perimeter, Jeff you shouldn't second guess where you peekaboo. That having been said, I guess it just comes down to is the difference between gold and Hall of Fame range extender worth 300K to you? You know, because that's really what it comes down to with these kinds of cards. So I think Darius Miles is in that conversation in terms of, I mean, he's mega budget right now. Okay, so his wingspan looks as good as Jeff Green's. It's just he's a thinner character model. Look at that hop dunk. Oh my God, the hop dunk is brilliant. Oof. You said he just doesn't have Deadeye? Yeah. Christopher S. asked, is this Giannis comedy? I mean, honestly, I think the worst thing Giannis can do in terms of being comedy is be at the point guard position. So the Pink Diamond Giannis is better than the Galaxy Opal in the sense that what he does distorts the game more. Now, for me personally, I prefer Giannis at the 3. I love Giannis at the 3. I think he's probably the best small forward in the game. I mean, honestly, his spotlight is still usable at the 3. He's just that good. So him getting range extender and having a base of an 87 three-pointer, which obviously goes up 4 with a coach, can go up further with a shoe and floor general, get him into the 90s. So, yeah, I think the Giannis is obviously a fantastic card, and that's the Giannis I personally want the most. But I still think the most broken Giannis is the one at point guard because that's the biggest mismatch. That's the one that's harder to deal with, regardless of what the stats say. But my God, this Darius Garland is very good. I can't say enough nice things about this Darius Garland, man. Like, seriously, he's a beast monster. Wow. I said Darius Garland. I'm so sorry. Not more than one person on Earth should be named Darius. Can we be real about that? But no, this Darius Miles is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Would I recommend running Green at the power forward and Miles at the small forward? No, I would not. So here's the thing. I think you can do that, and I think you can get away with that. And if your opponent is running James Worthy, AK-47, and Kevin Durant, something like that, Paul George, then you're fine. But if your opponent is running Kareem and Shaq, you need somebody who can play versus Kareem and Shaq. And that's when the Blake Griffins and the Bol Bols start to come into question. And so now I personally think that if people were playing, like if you're trying to go 12-0, if that's your concern, if you're not just going online and having fun, so let's just establish that, number one, right? So if you're really trying to go 12-0 and you need an insurance policy that someone's not going to be able to just gimmick you out with their lineup, I think you need the bigger power forwards on your team. That's just my personal opinion. But this is my channel, and you asked. So there's that. Oh, please hit the like button if you guys haven't already. So if you guys, let me see, I don't know who I have on this lineup. Okay, so I have Blake Griffin on here, and for some reason I do not have I do have Bol Bol on here. So my Bol Bol is almost fully evoed. He's already fantastic, and he gets even better with an evo. And if you're running Big Cheese, you can run him with his dad, right? To get even more bonuses. If somebody's doing that, your Darius Miles or Pascal Siakam, Kevin Durant, they're just going to struggle with guarding somebody who's 7'2". And the same thing if they're running Shaq at the power forward. They're going to struggle keeping Shaq out with his strength and stuff like that. And he's not going to struggle guarding them. Same thing with Bol Bol. He's not going to struggle guarding them. There's not a big size mismatch thing going the other way. Kind of like there is more so on the perimeter, I would say. Look at that quick stop with Darius Miles. That is crazy. Um, Going the other way, if somebody has Dwayne Wade, it's hard to keep up with him when you have a big character model running around screens. Not the same when you're talking about a 6'9" versus a 7'2". In that situation, taller is just better. Like, if you can be just as fast and have a better wingspan and shoot just as well and dribble just as well and do all that stuff, but you just happen to be 7'2", then it's just a clear advantage. So, and the same thing with Shaq. If you can, be 7 feet and 300 pounds, but also dribble like Kevin Durant, then you want to do that. So, I think Darius Miles and Jeff Green are primary small forwards, situational power forwards. If your opponent's running small, then you're good to go. Again, Rocco, guys like that, you can run it. I think you can go 12-0 like that. However, I do think you run the risk of, if somebody's running bigger than you and they're an opponent close to you in skill, so that you're not just generating threes, you're not in a blowout situation. That's when those bigger cards can really be an advantage, and they don't have any weakness on the pick and roll like center giants do. Like center giants, like Bol Bol and Murasan and stuff like that. The reason I don't favor them as much as I would favor Kareem and Wilt and Shaq and like Eddie Curry, Dino Raja, the speedy centers, I think they're all better than the Giants because the Giants can't guard the pick and roll. And if you can't guard the pick and roll properly, then Dwayne Wade's just gonna bust threes in your eye all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just you can't do anything about it. You can't keep up with him. Whereas with Bol, Blake Griffin, Shaquille O'Neal, who I know he's a center, but he plays the power forward fantastic. Eddie Curry, those cards are just bigger and fast and everything. Like, they just gave them everything. So I don't think you can run a 6'9" against those cards against an equally skilled opponent. Yeah, the new Giannis has a gold range extender. Oh, yeah, you're running at Bam Adebayo currently? Yeah, I would say if you're running Bam, Green is definitely better than Bam Adebayo. I ran Bam Adebayo for a while, and I really like the card. And I'm actually a little, sad I had to get rid of him, but he was, his price was just too good to keep compared to what was on the team. But I would definitely say a power forward. Get that Eddie Curry card if you can afford it. I think the Eddie Curry card is a really nice card to have, in the sense that if you don't want to play with that card, just stick him on the back of your bench. But if somebody's running Shaq or Bol, Eddie Curry gives you a much better situation in dealing with them. And he's fast and dumb, and he has crazy dribbles, and his shot's really easy. I think his shot's cleaner than Shaq's. I think everybody can kind of agree on it. God, this card is so good. This card is so good. Yeah, so I would say grab the cheapest option of those big cards, the ones that I mentioned, for the long-term solution at the 4 for now. Especially because I think Eddie Curry's only $80K, which is a very fair price for that card. Very fair price. To be honest with you, I don't even like that card. Like, I don't like cards that are like that, but he's a Knick, so I'm keeping him. But if I was trying to go 12-0, I mean, I'm running Blake and Bol at the 4 for the rest of the year, unless 2K forces me off of it. I don't think it's going to get better than Bol, quite frankly. It'd be very, very difficult to make a card better than Bol at the 4. And I love the Blake Griffin card. That's just a personal thing. I just really like the Blake Griffin card a lot. Plays like Blake, looks like Blake. He's one of the few cards that's you really can't make an unrealistic version of Blake in an exaggerated mode like my team, because Blake is a do-it-all kind of guy in real life. He is, he became an excellent shooter. He was always a very good passer and playmaker, and obviously one of the greatest dunkers that has ever lived. So, and a great ball handler. So Blake is actually one of those guys that's like, when you make him a demigod in the game, it's like, yeah, okay. That's the price you pay for playing a video game. Guys like Blake Griffin and, not too many people, but it's really Blake. Kevin Durant, if Kevin Durant was his proper size, if he was like 6'10", 6'11" in this game, it's like, you just got to be like, GG, that's just how Kevin Durant actually is. Like, he's just that skilled. So when you make a slightly exaggerated version of him, he really is, like, you can't make him better outside of strength. So that's my rant on the power forward situation. I think power forward is the one position that you really want to splash out and have an elite card that's big and fast and can shoot and can defend and do everything you need him to do. Until everybody catches on to that, you'll definitely get away with the 6.9s. But I think those days are numbered. I think there will, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, that will be over, and all of these 6.9s will only be playing at 3. Like I said with Kevin Durant, most people don't run Kevin Durant at the 4, and I said that day one. I'm like, this car's not a 3-4, it's just a 3. But all right, guys, I will see y'all in the next one. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do an overview of all of these cards, look at their ratings and all that stuff. Psycho Killer, what's up, homie? Started at me, bro. Keto Corner talk. I've been grinding these spotlights, man. In fact, we're gonna talk about all of that. So we're gonna do an overview. We're gonna do a Kobe spotlight update, all that stuff. So let me shut down this video so we get out of here. Darius Miles is excellent. He's more than worth the price. I got him at 25. He might drop lower. He might go back up. I don't know. The market is always in flux at this time when guys like Giannis are splashing the pot. But let me tell you something. For the budget, this card is outstanding. Outstanding. All right. See you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. Peace.